Hello, I'm Sister Mary Canavan, a Sister of Charity of St. Elizabeth, and I'm happy to be participating in this dialogue, trialogue, whatever it turns out to be. Following the Second Vatican Council in the 1960s, Pope John XXIII asked religious congregations throughout the world to send religious sisters to places in need of a religious presence. The sisters who made their way to these remote areas gave local aid in the form of education, nursing, and religious support. Also, after the Second Vatican Council, many sisters in the United States began to move in wider circles and to change some of their traditional customs and rules. One such change was from the traditional habit into a more contemporary style of clothing. Sisters no longer saw themselves as completely concerned with other worldly issues and became committed to developing a lifestyle that would be more compatible with the people whom they were trying to help. As a Sister of Charity and a lifelong member of the Catholic Church, I became involved in these overseas missions. After many years working in education and administration in the Church through our congregation, I was elected provincial of my province, then Assistant General Superior, and then General Superior. Over 25 years, I had the opportunity to visit sisters living and working with the people of Bolivia, Mexico, El Salvador, the southern parts of the United States, and anywhere else sisters felt a call to be of service to people in need. About 25 years ago, I visited a sister studying Spanish in Cuernavaca, Mexico. While the two of us were having dinner in a restaurant, a well-dressed woman came in with her home health aide. The woman ordered dinner and ate it, while her aide sat looking on. Then, when the woman had eaten all she wished, she pushed her plate over to her aide, who ate what was left. I couldn't believe that someone could be so insensitive and in public. That was a lesson in class difference that I have never forgotten. After Mexico, I went to Guatemala City during the Holy Week. During that week, people decorate the roads with large murals made of colored sand and flower petals. One picture drew our attention particularly. A group of soldiers who looked to me like little boys playing dress-up and carrying automatic rifles stood guarding a huge sand drawing that said, "Pax, peace." The contrast between the violence of the guns and the innocence of the boys was striking and very thought-provoking. I had another eye-opening experience when I traveled with a group of middle-aged and older ladies called Church Women United, who wished to protest the building of an airstrip along the border between Nicaragua and Honduras, and we feared that it would be used to bomb civilians. The U.S. State Department must have been very nervous that our group of nuns and other women of various denominations was going to start a revolution because they wouldn't allow us off the plane when we arrived in the capital city of Tegucigalpa. We were detained and then sent back to Florida. Coats were given to us from a nearly new shop for our trip up to Washington, D.C., where, instead of protesting the airstrip, we visited our senators and representatives to voice our indignation. We were unhappy, in fact appalled, that our gesture of goodwill had been turned into a political move. We were told that henceforth and forever, we and the other members of our group could never set foot in Honduras again. Despite our ban from Honduras, the attempt shows something that is not widely talked about, and that is that religious women, both in the Catholic Church and other denominations, share many frustrating experiences when trying to act within male-dominated institutions. The Catholic Church is among the last to accept women in positions of leadership, but women religious have bonded together in solidarity and find ways to do much great work without much support from the men in power. I have led both a satisfying and an exciting life as a Sister of Charity. The stories you have heard are not stories you might have expected from a nun. I have had the opportunity to challenge traditions that keep sisters from bringing the message of the gospel to people in far-flung places all over the world. My work has been an exciting experience full of incredible adventures, and I wouldn't change it for anything.